All right, Jim, our next question sent via the Cult of Cornette Facebook group was sent in by Johnny Sousa. Jim, I've heard the
I
story.
remember him and his brother, Philip, John and Philip Sousa. They used to do good marches.
I've heard the story of you being somewhat struck by lightning while on the phone with Whitey Caldwell's widow. What happened afterwards? Did you eventually call her back and tell her, I never thought about this, and tell her the crazy ordeal that you had experienced?
Yes, I did. Actually, sometime after the fact, the last time we were talking, because obviously the conversation ended abruptly. And it's not like, because the power was still out in my house, it's not like I could call her right back because the phone was plugged into the da-da-da. But basically, for those of you who have not heard real briefly, this is one of the reasons why I have hearing issues. I'm living in Morristown, Tennessee. I'm running Smoky Mountain Wrestling. I'm doing setting up the Night of the Legends show. I'm talking to Whitey Caldwell's widow, Nancy, about her participation while a thunderstorm is going on. And the phone that I'm talking on is the combination telephone answering machine and fax machine that old White Lightning Horner got at Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Also, that was the fax machine that we all had, me and him and Sandy Scott, the famous fax. And lightning hit my house, and suddenly to me, it sounded like somebody shot a gun off next to my head and punched me in the side of the head at the same time. Because I had the phone receiver up to my left ear, but it damaged the hearing because I traced my right ear hearing problems back to this incident. Somehow, even though it was on the left ear, the right ear is the one that got bad from it. And I remember falling over on the couch. And then the next thing that I knew, I was it was an office that I had in the house I lived in then downstairs, and I was walking around in a circle behind my couch, just in the area where I was walking around in a circle, no electricity in the house. Come to find out later on, it fried, what was it? A cube refrigerator that I had down there. One of the things that had plugged in the kitchen, it blew the lights out of the bulbs in 3 or 4 lamps. And I think fried one of the TVs upstairs. And so I was like, well, I was a bit disoriented, but I said, well, fuck, I got no fucking electricity and I got this ringing in my ears. And I got to go to a town tonight anyway, so I'm just going to leave now. And I drove down the hill to the next intersection where the convenience store was, and I'd always stop and get something to drink or whatever, and went in, and 2 guys were talking as I went up to the cash register about the weather, and the one guy said, yeah, I saw a big bolt of lightning go right over the hill a few minutes ago. And I said, yeah, it hit me.
What did they say?
They looked at me like I'd been hit by lightning.
All right, well, what did Whitey Caldwell's widow think of this action?
Later on, well, I believe I had screamed fuck as I went over the couch. And I don't know whether she didn't admit to hearing that or not. When I talked to her the next time, she's, oh, yes, the phone went dead. She's such a pleasant woman. But I don't know if she heard me scream, fuck. But it ain't fun to get hit by lightning. I would encourage people to try to avoid that most of the time.